Tangail Saree gets GI recognition. Myanmar situation. Bangladesh and India to work jointly. Prime Minister warns about haphazard industrialization. Twin blast kills 26 in Pakistan. Those were the headlines. This is ATN News. Good evening, viewers. I'm Riti Prova with English Bulletin. After India, Bangladesh has now given the traditional Tangail Saree the recognition of Geographical Indication (GI). Tangail Saree came under spotlight after India gave it GI recognition. Concerned government agencies in Bangladesh became active to give it GI nod. Finally, it has got the green light. The gadget in this regard is likely to be given on Thursday. Bangladesh and India will work together to ensure regional security against the backdrop of ongoing situation in Myanmar. Foreign Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood made the disclosure after his meeting with Indian Security Advisor Ajit Doval in New Delhi on Wednesday. He said the two countries will undertake in details action plan to tackle the situation. None will be allowed to develop industries destroying agricultural land. No gas, water or electricity connection will be given in case of haphazard industrialization. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina made the remark at the question-answer session of the 12th Parliament on Wednesday. She said, people have cast their votes spontaneously despite different conspiracies. The development pace that had taken place in last 15 years will continue in next 5 years as well, she added. Although many conspiracies had been hatched before the polls, people had cast their vote spontaneously. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina made the remark while exchanging views with the leaders of Gopalganj District Chapter Awami League at Ganobhavan on Wednesday afternoon. She expressed gratitude to people from all walks of life of Tungipara and Kotalipara for electing her time and again. Sheikh Hasina said, although these areas had been deprived of development once, massive development had been made after Awami League came to power. That is why socio-economic condition of the people of those areas has gone up. Talking on the 12th parliamentary polls, the Prime Minister said the polls had been most free and fair after 1975. Talks underway to take back those fled from Myanmar due to the ongoing clash. Minister for Road Transport and Bridges Obaidul Qadir made the remark at a briefing after a meeting with World Bank delegation at the Setu Bhavan in capital's Bonani on Wednesday. Road safety project was discussed with the World Bank delegation. Later talking to the journalists at the press briefing, the Awami League General Secretary said, Myanmar is having a war with the rebel Arakan army. It is their internal affairs. They will take care of it. However, the government is cautious so that it does not threaten the security of Bangladesh. Discussion is taking place with China and other countries on the Myanmar situation. No fresh Rohingya intrusion will be allowed. Those who have been detained to be sent back, he added. Director General of Border Guard Bangladesh, Major General Ashrafuzzaman Siddiqui, has called upon Bangladeshi citizens living in the areas near Tumru and Ghumdum borders of Myanmar to move away to save shelter. He made the call from a press conference at Ghumdum High School ground on Wednesday afternoon. Earlier, the BGB DG inspected the Tumru and Ghumdum areas of Bangladesh-Myanmar border. He said 264 people, including 2 women, 2 children and members of Border Guard Police of Myanmar have been given shelter on Khumdum High School and Tumru Government Primary School premises. They have been provided with food. The security has also been tightened. The firing on the border has gone down slightly in comparison to last 2 days. BGB troopers have remained alert so that Rohingya terrorists cannot cash in the situation. 75 people who tried to enter Bangladesh through river route in Teknaf have been pushed back, the BGB DG added. At least 26 people were killed after back-to-back blasts hit Balochistan province's Pishin district and Chiles, Pakistan on eve of general election. Interim Chief Minister of Balochistan, Mir Ali Mardan Domki and ECP took notice of the incident and summoned reports from Balochistan Chief Secretary, Police Chief and Interior Ministry. Pakistan has recently witnessed an uptick in terrorism, particularly in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Balochistan, raising security concerns. Meanwhile, the incidents came a day before general elections are scheduled to be held in Pakistan. First blast occurred in Pishin's Kanozai Union Council near Quetta, outside independent candidate Ashfandiar Kakkar's election office. At least 14 people were killed and over 23 were injured in the blast. Shortly after, second blast was reported in Chiles, outside Jamiatul Ulema-e-Islam Fazal election office. 12 people lost their lives and 14 were wounded in the incident. District's DC Jumadad Mandokhail said bodies and wounded were moved to Quetta Civil Hospital. Now a short break. We will be back soon with Hamas responds to Qatar's truce proposal. You're watching ATN News. This is English Bulletin. Forum of the Local Media Editors Guild have paid a courtesy call on Minister for Information and Broadcasting Muhammad Ali Arafat on Wednesday. The delegation of the Editors Guild, led by its president Mozammel Babu, met the State Minister for Information at the Secretariat on Wednesday. They assured him that Editors Guild will always be with the government. They expressed optimism the government will also be with the media. In reply, the State Minister for Information called upon the media to point out the mistakes of the government and always support democracy, development and the ideology of the Liberation War. All will have to be united against all conspiracies. In an oblique reference, he said it is a pity and disappointing that Awami League has to be politics with such political parties. Upajila polls will be smoother than that of national polls. Election Commissioner Mohammad Alamgir made the remark while talking to the journalists at the Election Commission Secretariat in capital's Agargaon on Wednesday afternoon. He said there will be no change of law in the Upajila polls. However, Commission is scrutinizing the ambiguity and relevance in the Electoral Code of Conduct. There will be option for candidates to contest the Upajila polls independently or with party symbol. Talking on the registration rules of the political parties, Mohammad Alamgir said a change might take place in the registration rules if most of the parties want. Government should take action if they have no link with the people responsible for clashes in Myanmar. It will also have to be seen whether such incident is taking place to divert people's attention. BNP Standing Committee member Gaishwar Chandra Roy made the remark at a press conference at party chairman's Gulshan office on Wednesday afternoon. He said due to pressure from the neighbouring countries, Bangladesh is now in the wake of crossfire. The government is failing to safeguard the sovereignty of the country from the effect of civil war in Myanmar due to their soft stance. People of the country now want to get rid of the government that failed to steer the state. So democracy will be re-established through mass upsurge on the streets, he added. Now news around the world. Hamas has given positive response to the framework of a latest proposed truce deal with Israel mediator Qatar, said reportedly. In addition, concerns are mounting over Israeli ground invasion of an estimated 1.4 million displaced Palestinian city southern Rafah as UN warns of a large-scale loss of life. Meanwhile, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is on a lightning Middle East tour. During press conference with Blinken, Qatar's Prime Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman bin Jassim Al Thani described Hamas's reaction to the proposal as generally positive. Without providing more details, mediator Qatar said Palestinian group reiterated its demand for an end to Israeli assault on Gaza. Moreover, Blinken said Hamas's response to the proposal brokered by Qatar, Egypt and US has been shared with Israeli officials. He would discuss the response with Israel's officials when he visits the country on Wednesday. Further, speaking to reporters in Doha, Blinken said the deal is essential. Chile's former President Sebastián Piñera has died in a helicopter crash. Chile Interior Minister Carolina Toja confirmed the death of the former president. Piñera was billionaire business tycoon who twice held South American nation's top job. Piñera's office in statement announced the death of Republic of Chile's former president, 74, with deep regret. He had died in the popular vacation spot Lago Ranco, some 920 kilometers south of Santiago. The helicopter was reportedly carrying Piñera and 3 others plunged into a lake southern Chile. Piñera was pronounced dead shortly after rescue personnel arrived at the scene and other passengers survived. Carolina said Piñera's body had been recovered from a lake near Lago Ranco. No further details were immediately released about the cause of the accident. Piñera's first presidency, 2010 to 2014, oversaw quick economic growth and a steep fall in unemployment, and second presidency, 2018 to 2022, was marked by violent protests against inequality. Now, sports news. Kumilla Victorians defeated Khulna Tigers by 34 runs in the first match of the day in BPL. Kumilla is now third in the points table after beating Khulna, registering their 4th win. After winning the toss, Kumilla got off to a great start in Mirpur, thanks to the 2 openers Rizwan and Liton. In the power play, 46 runs was added without any wicket. English batter Will Jacks, who played his first match, scored 22 runs. In the end, Kumilla got 149 runs, fighting targets thanks to Mahidul's 10 and Zakir's 18. In response, Khulna's captain Enamul was bowled for 19. Khulna started losing wickets at regular intervals due to Pakistani pacer Amir Jamal's devastating bowling. He grabbed 5 wickets. Afif, Akbar, Parvez, none could reach double-digit mark. Pakistani batter Wasim's 23 runs narrowed the gap to 34 and Bijoy's team failed to win.
Slap few big ones on the onside. Wasn't good enough.
Jordan has defeated South Korea by 2-0 to create history by making it to their maiden AFC Asian Cup final. Although Jordan was behind in strength, ability or statistics, the picture was completely different from the beginning of the semi-final. In Qatar's Al Rayyan Ahmed bin Ali Stadium on Tuesday, South Korea was slightly ahead in ball's possession, while Jordan was ahead in attack and creating chances. However, neither team scored in the first half. In 54th minute, Al Niamat put Jordan ahead with a great finish. Musa Al Tamari took Jordan another step forward in 66th minute. Meanwhile, Son Heung-min's team created some chances, but finally the match ended in a history-making victory for Jordan. They will face either Iran or current champions Qatar in the final clash for the title on Saturday.
What a solo goal from Jordan. Not once, not twice, but 3 times in this tournament. With tackles like that, they won't be getting back into this one.
Before ending the bulletin, the top stories once again. Tangail Saree gets GI recognition. Myanmar situation. Bangladesh and India to work jointly. Prime Minister warns about haphazard industrialization. Twin blast kills 26 in Pakistan. Hamas responds to Qatar's truce proposal. That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for being with ATN News.